Hey guys, Iceman here. And Daddy has a few Godzilla toys, as well as some Kong toys. Or at least one Kong toy. But this is one that I retrieved at a second-hand shop. Check that out. I think it's like some really old school version of Godzilla. It's supposed to be a replica of the original one, I believe. And this one was branded even. Imperial is what it says. 1985. So most likely whatever Godzillas were around during 85. Isn't that like Godzilla versus, I think Destroya was in the 90s, right? But yeah, it's kind of cheap looking, but I saw it at the secondhand store and I was just really surprised that I found a Godzilla. And to my surprise as well is the fact that this thing is a branded toy. And it actually, it says Toho on it, LTD as well. So Toho must have been okay with the trademark on this thing, you know? So they basically gave it the go. That's pretty cool, but I have some like big ones as well, but this is, I know a lot of you guys like this one. This is the first Godzilla, one of the first Godzilla films that I saw, the one in '98. This one is mostly known as Zilla, but this is an electronic toy. Yeah, but it's a good size, man. Look at this thing. Holy cow. Yeah, look at that guy. That's freaking huge. I believe I found this at a secondhand store as well. And it's kind of articulate, but it has the animatronic feature. So, it's a pretty interesting one. Now, people didn't really like Zilla, or the ones who don't like Zilla, would complain how it didn't really portray the Godzilla that we know historically. Because Zilla spent a lot of the time in the film just running away like a little wimp from the helicopters and the military, just hiding away from them. It wasn't very destructive. Caused some collateral damage, but really not much. In fact, the military might have caused more than he did, or she did anyway. Because another controversial thing is the fact that she laid eggs, and there were a ton of baby Zillas beneath New York City. Yeah, it was really strange, and they started hatching at the end, just totally setting it up for a sequel, which is what the intention was. But that might have taken some away from the film, just that forced setup for a sequel, you know what I mean? But I know that a lot of guys do like that Zilla film. So there's something to be had there. I thought the creature looked pretty cool when I was a kid because it kind of reminded me of a T-Rex from Jurassic Park. But here's one of my favorites that I have now. This is by NECA. Yeah, if you guys want some good Godzilla toys, you should go with the ones by NECA. Look at this. The tail's even rubberized a little bit. It's very articulate. I mean, its little wrist joint turns, its mouth opens, see? Its head, its neck, its back. Like, oh my goodness. This thing is amazing. And it's very sharp as well. Yeah, look at that thing. Yeah, look at that beauty. Holy cow. One of my favorites. Might be my favorite one. But I really like this one as well. Now, this is from Godzilla GMK. Godzilla, Mothra, and King Ghidorah. Now, that film is epic, you guys. If you haven't seen it, you should really check it out. I think I watched it on Hulu. It might still be on Hulu, actually. Yeah, but he's very menacing looking. See his white eyes? This one's by NECA as well. See, again, a reason why NECA is just one of my favorites, because they do such a great job. And these things are heavy. So they're very well crafted and such. And it has some soft texture to it. Yeah, so these ones are Daddy's favorites. I intend to get more in the near future. Very articulate, like the other one. And I think, yeah, even the fingers are somewhat articulate on this one. You can push little fingers back and forth. But the GMK Godzilla was the bad guy. And in which case Mothra and King Ghidorah, as well as I think it's Baragon, they're the protectors of the Earth. So they do what they can to stop Godzilla. In fact, maybe I'll spoil it for you guys. I know a lot of you have seen it. But they even kill Godzilla with the help of the military. The military, I think, they shoot an oxygen destroyer device into Godzilla. And it ends up just eradicating his flesh in his bodily form. It was amazing. To where only his heart is left. And his heart's just beating down in the ocean. So he's still alive. And obviously he came back. How did that go, though? What happened was, I think they shot like some missile at him and it dug into him like a torpedo. And when it was in him, I think he tried to shoot his atomic breath, and then it caused him to like implode. So it was actually Godzilla's atomic breath that got him in the end. Or some sort of fusion that it made with the oxygen destroyer, maybe. But yeah, it was really quite a sight to see him go down, you know. But look at this one. This one's huge, man. Look at that. Look at that Godzilla. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one is huge. I think it's 24 inches long, maybe 18 inches tall, or maybe more than that, maybe 24 tall, I forgot. But Toho, Warner Bros, Jax, 2014 Jax. I think it's Jax Pacific. Not as articulate as the NECA one, but it has some articulation. I don't really like this one that much, but I had to get it because it was a good deal. But look at the spikes. This is why I don't really like it. Look at, it's not really proportionate. See the little tiny spikes? Then look at this little tiny Godzilla now. Look at how big those spikes are. See, this one's more movie accurate. That's my biggest problem with this one, is just how those spikes are so stubby and little. You know, they probably didn't want it to be sticking out too far because little kids might hurt themselves with it or something, but look at that thing, man. Yeah, this Godzilla rocks. Wow. And then, in terms of the size, you know, I mean, it's okay with detail, but it's just those damn spikes, man, that bothers me. And then, I have this Kong figure that I know when the Skull Island film was coming out. The Kong figure is bigger, or is smaller than the Godzilla. I wonder if this is about the size they're going to be in the Godzilla vs. Kong film compared to one another. See, Kong is about, in terms of weight, he's probably between 1/3 and 2/3 the weight of Godzilla here. Which I think it would be awesome to make these two fight in this sort of scale, comparatively to one another. Yeah, and that might be what we get. I've been really curious to see, you know, no news yet on that, but I mean, we might be getting some news shortly. Look at that. Not very articulate, pretty cheap plastic, but it's a Kong figure, the Monster vs. Kong, so kind of wanted to get it, you know? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to, though, some news regarding Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters. Little over a year. No, it's about a year. Yeah, I think it's actually May 29, I think is the release date. Maybe give or take a few days, so less than a year away, I believe, for Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters. This, I think, is from Godzilla Final Wars. It's not by NECA. It's by Bandai. There goes my dog. Hopefully she shuts up in a minute. Oh, in fact, okay. It's all together. Yeah, but it's by Bandai. I was wondering if the spikes were shaved off or something, but it looks like they're the way they were intended. Not as articulate as the NECA ones, and it's very lightweight. See? Much more detail on the NECA one right here. But it's a... I like the proportions. It's a very long tail as well. So that's kind of a plus. The fact that that tail is just so bloody long, you can swipe the crap out of action figures with it and stuff. So I might make some Godzilla videos with these guys, like some toy videos where they fight and stuff, but probably in the near future. But let me know your thoughts on my Godzilla collection here. And which one of these is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. And to like this video if you will, I really appreciate you guys commenting. I read all your comments, and I really appreciate your support. So like the video if you will, and if you want, you can support me on Patreon. Links in the description below if you want to check that out. And more videos to come. Peace with you.